Well, naturally, one of the first considerations when we got ready to actually move to Enid and get started in college was find housing. Well, Grandpa said he had an apartment that was empty if we wanted to rent it. Well, we were looking around to get set up on a more permanent basis, so we did. Boy, one of the first things we had to do is go buy a little furniture. Don says we bought a platform rocker, and I remember the red sofa we bought. We bought some end tables. We never had a telephone. Got a bed. Guess we had the essentials. I think there was a stove already in the apartment. Well, we hadn't been in there very long when somebody, I think maybe it was Dad's sister, Aunt Dorothy, said, "You kids ought to be eligible to live in the Cherokee Terraces." And to be eligible didn't ring a bell. I didn't realize, never even sunk in on me that we're in public housing, that you have to be really poor to be in there. But we qualified, and boy, oh boy, got some help moving over, and had about, 3 times as much room, had clean, bright, new, I don't know how old the Cherokee Terraces were, but they obviously cleaned them up good when tenants changed. And must paint it a little, clean and bright and so nice. The upstairs and the downstairs, not a lot of space, but oh man, a lot more than we'd had in the little apartment. Well, we were very unsophisticated, about birth control. And Arlene had tried to give us a heads up on that with some sort of a powder that I suppose she was using successfully, that Donna was to douche after we'd had intercourse, and that was supposed to take care of not having babies early. Young lovers might be a little different than your aunt and her husband when she's in their 30s, I suppose. All I know is that Roy was born exactly 10 months to the day after we got married. And so having that much more room with a baby coming soon was a godsend. And we were able to get the crib and, get really ready for that baby's birth. And the cost was about, I think, less than 2/3 of what we were having to pay for the tiny apartment. We were about a mile from the campus, and that's about the same distance we were when we were at Grandpa's apartment. I think I've mentioned before that my brother Marvin loaned me his bicycle. It was what he had used to get around that huge campus at Kansas State up there in Manhattan, Kansas. And, while I was in the Army and all, and he was older, he'd graduated, and he didn't need the bike, and I couldn't really ride a bike when I started, so I didn't have an accident or two, but it got better. And, you can cover a mile on a bicycle and nothing flat compared to walking. So we were set up. We were ready to get on out there at college and get enrolled, and ready to have that baby when the time comes.